Okay. So, good evening and welcome back to the session. Yesterday we were discussing about the simple flow, like how to generate the PySpark code, and the flow was similar to LangChain, what we have seen, but uh, over here we have used, oh, at that moment we have used the graph implementation. And once we are talking about the land graph, there are the three pieces only. We need to create a node, and there is a state which is nothing but the input to a node and output from a node, and then we need to join these particular nodes with the help of edges. That is the simple, you can say, workflow that we have seen in our previous session. And what I have given to all of you, try to expand it a little bit more, so that you can be you can add one more node, that is the Spark SQL code generation. Now, what I want from all of you, try to add the conditional edges as well. You can control it with the help of, say, let me create it, or let me extend this particular notepad only. Okay. So what I want, you can have start. Okay. Then you can create a node, say node 1, and that will be, say, initial node, what I can say, initial node, where you will take decision, take decision. Okay. And then with the help of conditional edges, there will be two choices. One is, say, Spark SQL code generation, and second one, what it will be, say, PySpark data frame code generation. And from both of these two, it will go to and. Okay. Making sense? Are you able to get all of
Yes, sir.
you? Is it perfectly fine? So you just need to mold your piece a little bit more. Probably you guys have done, say, start, then Spark SQL and PySpark, and then it both of these two nodes were moving towards and. That piece you have done, but you just need to add one node where you can take a decision. You can take the decision based upon certain random number. Say if the random number is less than zero point 0.5, so the Spark SQL code generation node will be picked. If it is greater than zero point 0.5, then PySpark data frame code generation will be picked, and at the end, like both will be uh, going to the end, you can say, to move towards the end. So this is the stuff that you can explore further. It will give you some more confidence. Now, what I will do, I will discuss about the tools that we mentioned in today's session. We will discuss about tools. About tools. Okay.
सर
And
स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रही सर आपकी.
is it? But I have shared my screen.
No, no, sir. It's perfectly working. We are able to see.
Uh, uh,
Yeah,
so
it's
I
okay
think
for me
you
also.
need to, yeah, I think you need to reconnect. Mhm. Okay, so yes. So we need to discuss about the tool. In order to give you some more understanding about the tools, let me walk you through with with one example. So what I will do, I will create a copy of this particular code, say, mm, hmm, save copy, open in a new tab. Okay, so what I will do, I will change the name of this particular piece, agentic demo. Say it will be demo 4. Probably you have, or demo 5, let me say. The third and fourth, you will do it by yourself. And then this will be the fifth demo. So what I will do, I will have the installation of this land graph, LangChain, and LangChain OpenAI. The the piece that we have discussed in our previous session. Okay, I will have some installation, then I will proceed to set some variables, and now I will remove this particular part. The rest of the part I will remove, and then we'll start to write down the code starting from the beginning. Okay, so I have done the installation, and I have imported the language, or I have set the land graph environment variables, and I have set the OpenAI key. I'm going to utilize the GPT large language models in order to proceed with this particular example. And let me try to set the large language model as well from say lang chain underscore OpenAI, and I just want to have import chat OpenAI. Okay, that is perfectly fine. And I will set the LLM, and LLM is chat OpenAI, and say GPT 4.0 and GPT 5 nano. Let me set GPT 5 nano, and temperature is 0. That is perfectly fine. Let me set it. The LLM has been set. Now what I will do, say result, and LLM dot invoke, and what I will do, say who is the prime minister of England. Okay, just have a look over here. And what I will do, I will print this particular result as well. And just have a look. Content, there is not a prime minister of England. England is gone. Okay. Okay, say let me mention, say
UK,
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, United Kingdom. What has happened? And I will print the result. So content, as of my last update, just try to have a look over here. As of the last update, the Prime Minister is Rishi Sunak. Okay, and he has been PM since October 2022, and he is the leader of Conservative Party. So just have a look over here. But if I talk, if I ask to Google,
the Keir Starmer
who
actually, I
is
think.
who is,
This model
yes,
is
Prime Minister of UK. Okay. So Starmer is Keir Starmer is the Prime Minister, and on July 24th, 2024, he has been, and he is the he is elected as the Prime Minister, and he is from the Labour Party. Yeah. Okay. So what we are able to get, that uh, the information which is given by the large language model, it is based upon uh, the pre-training, when the model is pre-trained based upon that particular information, based upon that particular date only, it is able to provide the information. It is not able to provide the current information. So what if we need to have the current information from the large language model? It is not like, say, you uh, are going to believe on a large language model which is trained, say, 2 years back or 3 years back, and if you are asking for the questions which is related to current affairs, and the answer will never be correct, huh? So what you will do at that moment, you will create certain tools. Tools are nothing but it can be an API, okay, application programming interface. It can be a, a function, okay, that is going to perform a specific task, okay, or it can be an another application, say Spark SQL, that can be considered as a tool. Uh, PostgreSQL, that can be considered as a tool. Any, say, weather forecasting system, that can be considered as a tool. Any other application, say the news application, say I just want to fetch the information from the news portal, so that can be considered as a tool. So what I want to say over here, large language models requiring the tools in order to provide the correct outcome. And over here inside the land graph, we will be going to learn how to create those particular tools. Previously, we were able to create the RAG chatbots and all, and those particular things are working fine. Like we were able to pass some documents, and we were able to get the information based upon some document, those particular documents. But if we are going to provide a chatbot to the users, it is not limited to those particular documents only. User can ask the questions from the current affairs. User can ask the questions which is requiring certain tools, intelligence. Okay, you can, because like LLM is not designed to perform the calculations and all. Although like it can do simple calculation, but it is not the way, uh, uh, it is not the right stuff to perform those particular things with the large language model. If I ask, say, try to apply the filter on to this particular data, okay, and LLM can store that particular data, apply the filter, and it can provide you the outcome. But we can't believe on to that particular output. Once we need precision inside the output. Try to focus over here. Once we need precision inside the output, then we need to connect large language models to the external tools where the processing will be done, and we will be able to get the correct output. Okay, because LLMs, whatever information is given by LLM, that is based upon its intelligence, and it might be possible the data which is placed onto the internet, it might be incorrect. And if the LLM is trained on top of that particular data, it will provide the incorrect information. It will not be up to the mark. So what you can do, you can have certain validation in criteria. Based upon that, you can do the validation onto the output. Another thing, you can have the tools as well in order to perform the specific task which is not uh, which we need, which what I can say, which is not passed to the large language model to perform those particular operations. We will see those types of operations, but uh, what I want to show you how to create simple tools in order to perform a particular task. Now what I will do, I will I will create a simple function. Say the function to multiply. So say def, and I will mention say multiply, and it will take say two numbers. Say a is of say integer type, and b is of say integer type. It will take two, uh, you can say variables, and these of are say integer type, and it will provide the output that is of integer type only. Let me mention in this particular way.
Sir,
Hmm.
sorry to interrupt you here.
Hmm.
How these tools are different from RAG system?
You will see. No need to worry. I'm coming on that particular point. Okay. So, and what I will return a into b. Okay, a into b. It will return a into b. Now, this is a simple function in order to have in order to multiply two numbers, and if I need to call this particular function, so what I need to do, say multiply, and it will be say 2 comma 3 or 2 comma 4, and I will pass it say output. Okay, and I can print the output as well. Okay, let me do this particular operation. So 2 comma 4, at each and every moment once I need to, you can say do the multiplication of two numbers. So with the help of this particular function, then I need to pass it in this particular way. But LLM is having intelligence, its own intelligence, and if I need to utilize this particular, if I need to perform the operation with the help of this particular function, so what I need to do, this particular function is nothing but a simple tool, what I can say, and this can be utilized in order to perform a particular operation. So let me try to do, say LLM dot bind tools, and what I will do, dot say invoke bind tools, and then what I will do, I will pass this particular say function, multiply function over here, and and bind tool, and what I can say LLM with tool. Okay, so I have binded this particular tool, multiply tool with the LLM, and okay, what has happened? Bind tools. So I think I need to mention in this particular way. We can. Okay, so what I have done, LLM dot bind tools, and I have given this particular multiply tool, and I have binded it with the large language model. Now, what is the benefit of this? Say result, and what I will do, LLM with tool, I will use this dot invoke, and it has given me this. That is perfectly fine. What is 2 into 3? Or I can mention in say natural language, what is the, what is to multiply, say 4. Okay, and just have a look, and I will just print the result as well. Okay,
Print, sir, actually.
yes, my mistake. Okay, just have a look over here. Hmm. Okay, what I can do in order to, okay, let me print from here. Okay, just have a look over here. This is a tool call, correct? This is a tool call. Previously, like we were getting the response. Uh, so in order to print it properly, let me try to implement it over here. If it is working perfectly, let me try to have it. Over here, we will be able to see the good implementation inside the Jupyter notebook. You will get much more information than this piece. Let me try to copy these particular things. I just want to show you some information, nothing else. But it's taking time. Mhm. I'm just printing, copy and pasting these particular things. Nothing special. I just want to show you some information. If it works, then we will be able to get a little bit more information than this collab. No, don't know, it's taking too much time. Okay, so over here, what I want to show you, to be very frank, it is saying say content equal to this. It is not a tool call basically. Yeah, we are able to get the information from the large language model. Okay, we are getting the information from the large language model. And tool calls, just have a look over here, tool calls and invalid tool calls. So nothing is mentioned over here with respect to the tool call. But once we are getting the once we are typing this particular say what is 2 multiply by 2 multiply 4, so it is mentioning say tool call and tool call information. So this is the tool call, and it will provide the information. The tool call is multiply. This is the tool call, and it is saying say a equal uh, the value for a is 2, the value for b is 4, and this is the id for that particular tool call. Now, what we are able to see over here, LLM is smart enough in order to check like when it need to perform the tool call. Just have a look over here. Say if I'm mentioning it in this particular way, say what is the product of 2 and 4, 2 and 5 say. Okay, so it will perform the tool call at this moment as well. And because like LLM is intelligent enough in order to check like do I need to make a tool call or not. So just have a look over here. Hmm. And at the end we will be able to see uh tool call is invalid. Invalid tool call content. No, it at this moment it has not utilized tool call. So it has given content equal to 10. Probably it should use uh, it must be able to get like this is the multiplication only, but it has not used that particular tool. And let me mention it in this particular way. I just want to check like how much the content is this. So it has not utilized the tool call at this moment as well. It depends on like which model. Say let me try to check with this particular model. GPT-4 mini. For mini. Let me proceed with this particular large language model. And let me try to check with this particular model. Large language model. Okay, content additional KWR. So at this moment, the GPT-4o mini, it is able to understand the product is nothing but the multiplication. Are you able to see the content is coming as blank at this moment? It means the the outcome is not from the large language model. It is from this particular tool, and over here we will be able to see the tool called multiply. Are you able to get what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so over here LLM is going to decide like do I need to use this particular tool to perform this particular operation. Okay, now coming back to the point what you guys have asked, like uh, what is the difference between the RAG and these particular tools? So RAG the chatbots are designed to fetch the information from a given data. That is perfectly fine. But RAGs are not designed to perform the calculation on top of that particular data, right? Can you do? No, you can't do. You can do the simple calculation based upon the LLM intelligence. LLM is smart enough, what I have mentioned. It is able to perform the simple operations. But once you need precision inside the output, then you can't trust on to large language model. At that moment, you need to define your own tools. I have given you the example of simple multiplication tool. You can have the different tools, say multiplication, addition, division, subtraction. You can define those particular tools. You can have the tools to calculate the KPIs. Okay, say I'm having certain formulas, and I just want to create the row counters. I just want to create a certain KPIs for the particular row. So I just want to have the certain KPIs for those particular rows. So language model to LLM is able to perform the calculation up to some extent, but it is not designed to perform the calculations. So for that, what we need to have, we need to define the tools. Okay, and these particular tools are nothing but, say, some another applications, or you can take it in this particular way. You are designing a system. You need to design a system, weather forecasting system. Uh, Weather forecasting system, or what I can say, uh, you hmm, say uh, air traffic monitoring system. System. So for this air traffic monitoring system, I just want to embed AI. Okay, I just want to have the inclusion of AI, and uh, user uh, user login, and he will type query in natural language. Say you can take it in this particular way. Say what is the status of flight, what is the current status of flight, say AU 21 01 or 21. So say this is AU, say 201. It seems to be a flight. So AU 201, I just want the user is willing to get the information about AU 201. And now what is being happening, the flight status, this particular, you can say, the flight air traffic monitoring system is taking the query, user query. He is fetching the data from, say, weather forecasting system, and based upon the weather forecasting system, it is performing certain calculation and all, and then it says uh, oh, and it will be, say, performing the live tracking as well, live tracking information plus live tracking information. So both of these two things will be clubbed together, and it will say the current status is, say it is in say New Zealand, and it will take say 6 or 21 minutes to reach a destination. Okay, so over here, what are the different things happen? It has captured the live information from from a particular tool. It has checked the information about the weather forecasting uh, application. So based upon that, it has processed that particular data and came to know that it will take 6 hour 21 minutes to reach the destination. So it got 6 hour 21 minute, then LLM has provided the outcome in natural language by taking this particular output to the user. Okay, so these particular application weather forecasting system and live tracking will be acting as a tool. Okay, over here, and we can fetch the information from API calls. Okay, so API call will be a tool over here, and based upon the that particular data, we are performing certain calculation. So that can be another tool over here, or that can be a node over here, which is consuming these particular, you can say, information. So tools are required in order to perform the computations on top of the data. It is like it will be good like if we just need to fetch the information from a particular document, and there's no need to perform the processing on top of that data. But it is less likely in the current, you can say, system, in the current systems, that there is no need to perform the calculations or aggregations. Okay, we need to fetch the data from the different sources and do some calculations and then provide the outcome. In the telecom as well, it is happening. Say we are fetching the information from FM systems, we are fetching the from information from the live KPIs. Okay, we are fetching the information, say the drive test logs, we club it together, and then we can say that the KPI of this cell is worst because of these particular regions. You can say the analysis has happened based upon the information and all. Correct. We can do the predictions as well. If like these are the cases, then the information, the KPIs will be even more worst. Are you able to get the difference between the RAG chatbots and the tools that we are going to work? Huh? Is it fine with you all? Are you able to get?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why we need to have tools. Just have a look over here. So it is working. So content is this one. If like we are able to get the information like this, it means the data is coming from the large language model intelligence. And if we are getting the output, say LLM with bind tools, so let me try to get the outcome over here, say result with, and I can print the result. Okay, and it is say AI message content 10. So it means the outcome is coming from the large language model. And so with GPT uh, 5 nano, what we are able to see, it is not able to understand product. But once we have changed the large language model to GPT-4 or mini, it is able to understand the product information. It has provided the information. Uh, it is able to understand product, and it has provided it has done the tool call at that moment. And if we can say what is say to multiply by 4, and then it will perform the tool call, and then we will be able to see. So just have a look. At this moment content is blank, and we are able to get the information. Say this is a tool call. This is a tool call, and multiply tool has been utilized in order to perform this particular operation. Correct? Are you able to get the information?
So is it happening just because of we have mentioned the word multiply? That's why it is giving through tool.
Uh, no, no. We typed it incorrectly as well. Multiply. Okay. So LLM is able to. It is intelligent enough in order to check the sentence and it will perform that operation. Uh, so if certain, you can say, wrong information is given, it is smart enough to correct that particular stuff. Huh? Okay. So over here, it is able to understand that multiply tool need to be utilized. Huh?
Okay, so this is the way, like if I want to use the tool forcefully, so do I need to do something, some changes in my prompt or something else we need to mention separately? Because here I have
Yes,
seen the
yes.
two things. One, sometime it is giving the output through the LLM, sometime it is giving the output through a tool. But in my,
So,
suppose I want
yeah.
to do through tool only, I need the correct
Yes,
results.
yes. So you can mention inside the prompt. Okay, if the requirement is like this, then you need to utilize this particular tool.
Okay, that will happen
Okay,
through tool
so
prompt only.
yeah, we can forcefully bind that particular tool. Like it
Okay.
is already binded, but we can uh, mention these particular things inside the prompt. We will see like how to do these particular things, but in today's session we are trying to get the insight like how to create a tool in a very simple way, and how to bind it with the large language model in order to get the output. So we
Yeah,
have
that is
created
fine.
a simple simple multiply function, and I have shown you the example like who is the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, and it has used it intelligence, and Rishi Sunak. It is saying Rishi Sunak, who, and because like the model was trained inside 2020, and it is having the information before 2023, but I think inside the 2024 the prime minister has been changed, so it is not having that particular information. So what we need to do, we need to update, you can say, large language model either through with the fine tuning, but that is the costly process. The another approach is you can bind it with some tools which will fetch the information for your large language model, and large language model will provide that particular information based upon its intelligence, by using its intelligence as well. Okay. So over here,
Sir,
in this, yes.
sir, where are those tools right now when we are calling from here in this example?
You need to define those particular tools. It is nowhere based upon your requirement. You need to create those particular tools. Huh?
But right now we are using some tool. So where it
So
those tools?
we have defined it over here only, na? Def multiply.
Okay.
We have defined this tool, huh? And we bind it with the large language model. LLM dot bind multiply. Okay, we have binded it with
Yes,
the
sir.
large language model, and then it is able to provide the information based upon that only. Huh?
So suppose that
Sir, ऊपर
if we
Mm-hmm.
want to calculate some KPIs,
Mm-hmm.
then which type of tools we need to define, somewhere like need to use multiplication, somewhere we need to use divide, somewhere we need to use some else kind of conditions.
So you
So
can multiply is simple to perform the multiplication. So you can create a tool KPI calculation. You can have advanced, you can say, calculations. You can have multiply, division, subdivision, whatever you want to have. Okay. You can perform complex calculations at that moment in that tool and return the KPI only. Take the
uh,
inputs. Okay, these are the inputs to this particular tool. Perform the calculations, aggregations, whatever you want to have, and return that particular KPI. You can say for the CSSR, you can have the CSSR KPI tool, which is going to take the counters for the CSSR. Say for the TCS drop, you can have the TCS drop as a tool, and you can have the calculations over there. Okay, even you can create the single tool for all the KPI and perform the calculations and return multiple, you can say, KPIs, functions, correct? Inside
Okay,
the
okay.
functions, we can perform multiple calculations and we can return multiple variables, and then those particular variables can be acting as a tool. Correct?
Okay.
Is it fine with everyone? Are you able to get?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let me create one more example. That will be the simple one. You will be able to understand. Okay, so what I will do, and is it, you can say captured inside the, let me check if it is captured inside the line graph. Okay, just have a look, like these particular things are captured. Okay, and let me pick it over here. So just have a look over here. So what is, so over here, tool is nothing but multiply tool. This is called. Input is what is 2 multiply by 3, 4, and output is, say, this is nothing but AI message. This is the tool call. Multiply tool is called A is B, and A is 2 and B is 4. Additional field attributes and all. Okay, so metadata information. So this is nothing but like, say, LangChain chat model is used, utilized, GPT-5 nano model is used. These are the additional information, but what we are able to see, get over here. So this is nothing but, say, uh, we are having a tool over here, and that has been called. Okay, and tool called input is this one, and output is this one. The simple stuff, which is like good for understanding. This is simple one. And so what is the product of 2 and 4? AI response is 10, and then tool is multiply, and it is it called GPT-5 Nano? So tool is not called over here. Are you able to see tools? So multiply tool is there, but it is not called. So AI message is there, and if like output, inside the output, we previously we have seen that tool, if the tool is called A equal to 2, B equal to 4, such type of information was given, but over here it is not given. Just we are able to get the AI message. So with the help of this particular langsmith as well, we will be able to find the traces information. Say, if a tool is there, what is the input, what is the output, what are the different attributes. Correct? Is it fine with everyone?
Okay.
Say yes or no. Okay. uh, so what I was trying to say, hmm hmm so let me copy uh, these particular things. Say I just want to have import OS. I just want to have this particular piece as well. Okay, I have imported this one. Now what I will do, I will create the LLM as well. I will define the LLM, sorry. Okay, so it has been defined. And what I can do, I can have from lang chain core dot messages import AI message comma human message. Okay, I have imported these particular messages. I just want to import from print import pp print, p print basically. It will print in a beautiful way. Import no module print p print, sorry. Okay, from p print I'm importing p print. It will provide you the print in a beautiful way. I'm having certain messages. Okay, so I am going to define these particular messages, and this is the AI message, and I will define the content. Content equal to so you said you were. So what I'm going to type, this is taken from the line chain or line graph official document, and I'm just going to type it over here. What I'm able to recall, you were researching ocean mammals, and I can have a name over here. Name can be optional, say model. Okay, so this is the AI message which is asked by the LLM, and model, I have given a model. You can mention any name over here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to appending in this particular message dot append, and okay, let me do it in this way. I will be having say human message, and in the same way I will be having the content for this, and that will be equal to, and let me have say formatting as well. And I can mention say yes. Human is saying yes, that's correct. And what I can mention the name over here. The name of human I can give any name over here. Say uh, say Yogendra. Yogendra is the name. So AI message, human message, and then AI message. So let me try to copy this particular stuff, and I just want to append AI message and content. So the AI, what it will say, great. What would you like to ask? Okay, name model that to, or what will do you like to learn about? That is perfectly fine. Then the human can say that is nothing but Yogendra. Mhm. So uh, I just want to learn about best place to see the oceans in the US. Okay, and let me syntax invalid. Uh,
Miami Beach in US.
mm, mm, mm. Message AI message. So you just say you are researching. So it will be like this. AI message content. Mm, It's looking fine. Where is the issue? Might be invalid syntax. Maybe you.
सर ये कंटेंट के आगे वाला इसको
Hmm. But this is correct. Or we need to use this bracket. Let me try to check. Human. Okay. So bracket need to be changed. What has happened at this moment? Message to the band. Things are looking fine.
सर जो कर्ली ब्रैकेट्स है ना, वो नॉर्मल वाले ब्रैकेट में कर दिए गया।
It has been changed, but still it is not able to. Let me try to. If I type it over here, mm,
तो मैसेज डॉट अपेंड है ना, उसमें ना ये वाले चौकोर वाले ब्रैकेट हटा के नॉर्मल वाले ब्रैकेट होते हैं ना, वाले ब्रैकेट लगा के देखिए सर। हाँ देखिए ना, इसमें ये वाले
hmm,
नॉर्मल वाले ब्रैकेट लगा देंगे तो हो जाएगा।
correct, 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 correct. First one is this one, then we just need to mention in this particular way. Hmm.
ओनली मैसेज डॉट अपेंड में ही करना है बस।
I can get it up. Okay, so uh, for say mn message m dot pretty printer pretty print. So just have a look over here. So a name model. So you said you were researching ocean mammals, huh? Name Yogendra. Yes, that's correct. Name model. You can set any name to this particular model. Huh? Then model, yes. Model says, great. What would you like to learn about? Then Yogendra, I just want to learn about the best place to see the oceans in US. So try to think in this particular way. Previously, like we were having this particular conversation, say human message, AI message, human message, such type of things we have seen in uh, learning chains as well, and we were able to like have this particular conversation. Now why I am going through with this particular piece, because say if we are going to build a smart chatbot that will be having the information that can, you can say, that can be able to use the tool along with the LLM intelligence, or we can have the RAG chatbot as well. As and when required, it will be able to pick the information from the tools, or it will be able to fetch the information from the stored documents or chunks, basically from the vector database. So that is more preferable inside the market. What I can say, we can have the agentic chatbots as well. Agentic chatbots, what is the meaning of the agentic chatbot? It means like we are having the RAG chatbot, but we are we have included certain tools to perform the calculations on top of that particular chatbot in order to get the correct output. So we will be going to use the mixed flavor of the agents along with the RAG chatbots, so that you will see. So over here, what I'm trying to say, we are having certain messages, and based upon these particular messages, say if this particular message is asked to the large language model, so over here, based upon this particular human message, the large language model will be able to decide, do I need to call the chatbot, or do I need to call the large language model only, or do I need to call the tool. Okay, so what I will do, I will define a simple tool over here as well, and then we'll try to call that particular tool, and the message uh, from this particular you can say series with the help of a graph. So what I will do, I will try to club these particular things with the help of a graph. I will create a graph on top of that, this particular stuff, and then we will be able to perform the operation. So it will be looking like this. So what I'm trying to say, what we are going to do, we will be having, say, start, and then uh, tool calling LLM, and then it will be and. Okay, so this is what we are trying to implement. What we have seen in our previous example. Okay, in our previous example we have just implemented the simple stuff, like we have created a tool, we asked the question from the large language model. That is perfectly fine. Okay, we are able to get like how to create a tool, but and we are able to see like how to bind a tool as well, but how to club these particular things inside a graph, that is our main motto. And we will see like how to do that particular stuff. Okay, now what I will do, I will define a tool over here, and I will use the same tool what we have defined. So I will use the same multiply tool, and let me try to copy and paste it over here. So I'm having a tool over here, and I can give some information as well. Say you can take it in this particular way. Say multiply A and B, A and B, and over here A, that is nothing but first integer. B, this is nothing but say second integer. And these particular things I'm going to comment, and the large language model is, sorry, the function is not going to take these particular values. It is indentation. Okay, so these are the commented things only. uh, it will provide you the information about your function that you have created. This is uh, to multiply. This is to multiply two numbers A and B. A is first integer and second is B is second integer, and the function will return A and B. Now what I will do, I will bind this particular tool, and say LLM, and what I will mention, LLM with tool, LLM dot bind tools and multiply. I will bind this particular tool to the large language model. So I'm having LLM with tool, and what I will do, say, so let's try to see, say tool call, And what I can do, LLM with tool dot invoke. This is simple stuff like and what I can say, I can give the human message over here. Human message, and the content of that human message, what it will be. What is to multiply by 4 or 5 and comma name equal to, we can copy, see Yogendra, and tool call dot tool calls. Okay, so this is the simple stuff, like say over here name multiply, then argument, we are having 2 and 5. This is the ID of the call and this is the tool call. Okay, we are able to see, and we have seen it in our you can say previous example as well. But what I'm trying to expand over here, what I can have, if I want to define a particular state basically, yeah. uh, so over here inside this particular you can say example, what we are trying to implement, so tool calling LLM, what will be the input to the tool calling LLM? It will be a message, correct? Message will be the input. This is nothing but a state. And what will be the output? A message only, correct? For this particular tool, the input will be message and output will be message. This is nothing but a state, correct? Is it fine with everyone?
Yeah.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
okay. So for tool calling LLM, message will be the input and output will be message, and this is known as state only. Yeah, we used to say this is nothing but state. Okay, so we just need to define a state over here. So what we will do, uh, and it will be message state at this moment. It will be a message state. So from len graph, len graph dot graph, import message state. Okay, so I will import message state. This will be nothing. Previously we have seen, in our previous example we have seen the input to the state was of type dict type, dictionary type, okay, dictionary type, state and input, like the natural language query from the user. uh, Probably over here you will be able to see, not here. Mhm. So in our previous example, it was something key and value type. So say user input is a key and its value. So we have given the the data type in this particular way, key and value type. Correct. In our previous examples. So at this moment, what we are going to do, we are going to give an input of the message state type. Okay, and this is a basically class over here, and it will perform three main actions. Let me try to ask to the chat GPT in order to provide you certain information. Mm, mhm. Three main tasks: graph, spelling mistake. Okay, so there are this message state is going to perform three main tasks. Let me try to copy it over here. What we are going to use, so store the conversation history. At this moment, what we are trying to do, so say AI message is coming, AI message is saying, say, so your so you said you are researching the ocean mammals. Then Yogendra says, yes, that's correct. Then model asks, great, uh, what would you like uh, to learn about? Then Yogendra asks that I just want to learn about the best place to see mammals. So over here, what we are doing, we are storing the message history. We are appending one message into the another one, correct? And uh, this we have seen from here, correct? So now what I'm trying to say, like we are going to use the message state, uh, which is a class inside the land graph, and it is going to perform three main tasks. Now first, it store the conversation history. So previously, like we were trying to append these particular things. So if we are going to utilize this particular task, so it will keep track of all message user plus AI response, correct? There is no need to like keep on appending those particular messages. This message class uh, that we have imported, that will do it by itself, correct? Then second, like enable state passing between nodes. Okay, in the so one, this is the message state basically. It's it is the input before the node and output after the node. So it is enabling passing input to the node and getting output from the node. So that is mentioned over here. Enable state passing between node. Execution happen through the multiple node steps and all. No need to worry about that particular step, but it is providing input to the node and providing output from the node, and it keep the message history. Second is like support the incremental message update. So over here, uh, in the previous example, what we have seen, we are getting a new response from the node. Okay, we are getting the new response. It is not appending in that particular message. So you can take it in this particular way. What is the meaning of this? Previously, it was like this. Say, uh, it was say, hey, my name is Ashok, and we were having conditional edges. Okay, and it is going to either node 2 and or node 3. Okay, node 3. This is node 1. Okay. At node 1, we were having this particular stuff. So what we were getting, so say first iteration, it was say it is picked and it is appended with this particular say I am sad and I am happy. Okay. So say if I have done the iterations, say first iteration it is hey my name is Ashok, and it is moving to this particular uh, flow. It is, it will add what I am sad. Okay. Then the second iteration will come. Then what it will do, hey my name is Ashok, and uh, say if this iteration is used, so what it will do, it will provide I am happy. So in each and every iteration we will be having this particular outcome only. Yeah. Okay. This is the outcome. Okay. We will be getting this particular outcome. And this is called overwritten. Overwritten stuff. It is not like say hey my name is Ashok, and if it is used then it will append this particular stuff. Say the three iteration will be going to append the outcome in the message. Okay, I will not be getting I never got this particular stuff. Correct. But over here our requirement is to append in this particular messages, AI message, human message, AI message, and human message. In this particular stuff I just want to have the output. So I am going to use the message state, and at this particular message state is going to perform this particular task. Sport incremental append. Nodes don't override the state, they append message. Okay. This allows step by step building response, like tool calls, responsing step and all. Okay. So over here, say retrieval, reasoning, and the final answer, this particular stuff will be there. But the main thing is it is going to append inside the output, is not going to overwrite inside the output. So message state is also going to perform this particular task. Correct. Is it fine with everyone, the message state piece? Message state, is it fine? Is it fine? Say yes or no.
Yeah, yeah.
There is another way as well. If you are not moving with this particular piece, so there is one another way. Class message state. So class, let me define message state, and I will pass a message state, and then I will pass it. So this is one way to define the message state class. Another way, like the same way what we have done. Say you can import type dict and all. Let me copy and paste it over here. You can import type dict, and from len graph, len chain, sorry, underscore core message, import any message. Okay. So no module lang chain.
सर आपकी इसमें ना नोटबुक में वो कोड डॉट मैसेज नहीं चलेगा, जो
Hmm,
पुराना
hmm,
वाला
hmm,
जो आप यूज़ करते हैं ना वही चलेगा।
hmm, 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 hmm. Okay, so
Latching dot.
langchain dot message, will
Yes
it
सर, वो
work?
एस से कुछ यूज करते थे ना, सिग्मा क्या यूज करते थे सर?
Uh,
वो एक वेरिएबल यूज करते, लैंगचेन डॉट सिग्मा क्या यूज करते सर? वो कुछ लैंगचेन
let
अंडरस्कोर
me
कोड डॉट मैसेज केवल गूगल कोलैब पे चलेगा, इधर नहीं चलेगा.
let me try to check what can be done over here. Langchain dot message, it is not working. Correct messages, this is not working.
सर वो आप स्कीमा यूज करते थे ना, स्कीमा.
Mm-hmm. But I have imported these messages. Langcore, why it is not able to import any message? It is able to import AI messages.
तो लैंगचेन अंडर कोड
Hmm.
डॉट मैसेजेस होता है ना, MESS से GS होता है सर.
Hmm.
लैंगचेन अंडरस्कोर कोड डॉट मैसेजेस कंट्रोल जेड
Okay.
है ना सर.
Okay. Okay. So it is able to import. Probably the spelling mistake was there. Okay.
अच्छा सर.
So what you can do, it can be implemented in this particular way. So type dict is there, message, any message is there, and how we can define it? Say class, and we can define say message state. Say I'm going to define a message state over here. What has happened? So we can define it in this particular way as well. Message class, and sorry, message state, and input what I can have type dict type, and we can define it message, and it will be a list of messages, okay, list of any messages. Okay, it can be AI message, it can be human message, okay, it can be system message. So we can define it in this particular way. So we can move with this particular approach as well, or we can move with the line graph way, and it is going to perform all the tasks what we need to define systematically over here, like we will be going to append the messages in the list, and then we will be able to get the outcome. But over here with the help of message state class, we can perform this particular thing easily. Okay, so we have defined the state over here, message state, and it is going to take the message as an input and provide the appended messages as the output. That is perfectly fine. We are having the state. Now what we need to do, we need to define the node. Correct. We need to define the node. Hmm?
यस सर, नोड एंड एजेस.
So huh. Mhm. So def, and what I can have tool calling LLM. Okay, that is uh, that is the node I'm going to define. I need to define a function for this particular node, and then what I can mention, say state will be over here, message state, This is message state, and what it will do, it will return, it will return, say message colon LLM with tools, LLM with tool dot invoke, and I can have say state, and that is nothing but message. So I will pass this one over here. I will pass this particular message. So I will pass this particular message, and it will invoke tool calling LLM. Okay, and this will be called with the help of tool calling LLM. So one message will be the input. This particular message is nothing but the message state, and message will be fetched from here, and that particular message will invoke the tool calling LLM. Okay, this is nothing but a node. Now what I will do, uh, I will build the graph. Let me try to do what. So I will copy this particular piece. Okay, so let me copy this piece. Okay, so len graph import state graph, that is perfectly fine. Start and end. Build state graph, and inside the state graph, what I will have the message state. Inside the state, instead of state, I will be having the message state. So this is nothing but state. Then I will be going to build graph. So I will define the node over here. Okay, I will add the node to this particular graph. So builder dot add node, and it will be tool calling LLM. I'm going to add it, tool calling LLM. Then I will build edges or create edges basically. Okay, so add node is fine. Then add edges. Let me copy it also. Okay, so add as start and tool calling LLM. That is perfectly fine. Then tool calling LLM to and that is perfectly fine. Then compile graph. So I can give code. So we can give simple names a graph builder.compile. Let me have the execution, and I can copy this particular piece as well in order to print this particular graph, and I can give graph over here instead of code to PySpark. Okay, so just have a look. Star tool calling LLM and This is the simple, you can say, tool what we have defined, or a node what we have defined. It is going to call a particular tool in order to perform the operation. Now what I will do, I will say message, and it will be uh, graph.invoke, graph.invoke, and then it will be say message and colon human message, and then I need to mention the content and equal to say hello. Okay, and for m in messages, m dot print. So simple. I have created this particular graph, and inside what has happened, graph.invoke, and I have given the message, human message, and content equal to hello. What has happened? Graph. State.invoke message.
So I think we need to check bracket again, sir.
But it is showing issue over here. A return message LLM with tool calling LLM state message. Mm-mm. Key error message tool calling LLM message state. Mm. This is looking fine. Uh,
सर वो ह्यूमन मैसेज लिखा है ना वहाँ पर ना एक वो रेक्टेंगुलर वाला ब्रैकेट लगा देंगे.
mm, this is fine. Description is also not properly given. LM with tool call invoke state. Mhm. Let me try to copy and paste it to ChatGPT. What it will suggest. Mhm.
ब्रैकेट वाला ही पंगा है सर.
uh, I don't think so. Says plural. Mhm, mhm. Same issue. Mhm. This part is correct.
Hmm.
Message is correct. Graph dot invoke. Message is wrong. Message. There is no need to mention data. Is it? Mhm. So let me mention it over here. Let's decide it with the help of. There is no need to have pretty print. Let's import these particular things as well. Is not defined now. It is taking LLM into different way. Mhm. Installation is not done. Still LLM is not defined. Sorry. LLM is defined. Tool calling LLM.
Sir, I need to drop actually. I will
Not
book
not an
the
issue.
recording.
This is fine. Now tool calling LLM. Then this is the graph. We have defined the graph. Let's create the graph, the mermaid diagram. It is there. Now what I need to do, I need to print hello, and let's say like will it be able to have the execution or not. Okay, so LLM with tool is not defined. LLM with tool, LLM with tool, we need to have the execution of this. What happened? Okay, open AI key. LLM tool. So message explain error. Uh, message to messages. Hmm. So the issue was this with respect to this particular key messages. Okay. Uh, over here, what we have defined, we need to define the return type messages. Okay, and it will take these particular messages. Okay, and from these particular messages, this is the new key basically which we are going to provide from here. Okay, in terms of the message is equal to this one, the human messages, and it will be given to this particular prompt, and over here say human message is hello, and the AI messages, hello, how can I assist you today? Okay. So the issue what we are able to see with respect to this particular key, and we need to define what we have used. We have used the same key over here, the return type. This is the definition, and return type was the same as well. So this was a mistake that we have done over here in this particular piece. So the return type, it is messages, and it is going to take the input. LLM is going to take the input from where? From what we are going to feed, the human messages only. Yeah? And this human messages is nothing but messages. So we can set it any keyword over here, and that whatever we are going to set it over here, that we need to utilize over here. So because of this particular keyword only, we were uh, not able to get the correct output. So that is a piece like that has been corrected by Gemini. Although like rest of the things was similar, uh, and there is no any change. There is a change with respect to this particular key only, and rest of the code is like no bracket and all, no comma mistake was there, and we are able to get the output. Now what I will do, I will copy this particular piece, and I will do a little bit change over here, and at this moment content, let me mention, say uh, what is to multiply say 10, okay, and let me try to have a look over here. So the human message is what is 2 multiply 10, and it is a tool call basically, and tool call name is this one. This is the call ID, and arguments are 2 and 10, basically. So we will be able to get the output basically, if uh, in this particular way, correct. What are you able to get from this particular example? Can anybody explain what did you get? Hmm? Javed,
So
Yogendra,
basically, we are getting the call, able to get the call from tool. Earlier, we were getting the call from LLM. This time, we're getting the call from tool.
that is perfectly fine. It was done in previous example as well. But what's the new in this particular example? So if we discuss, if we see the previous piece over here as well, we are able to have the tool call. But what's new in this particular example?
Hmm.
Hmm? What's new?
We are using this. We are using basically the messages over here.
Hmm. So
Pretty print also we are using.
pretty print, that is also fine. Uh, Human message. What has happened? Still it is showing massive information. We'll check. So in this particular example, what we have done, we have we tried to implement a particular tool, and it is implemented with the help of graph. Okay, now with this particular implementation, what we are able to see, like how a tool can be utilized in order to perform a particular task. So this particular node, what you are able to see over here, so this is the tool basically. Yeah, this is a tool what we have defined, like multiple tool has been defined, multiply tool has been defined over here. Now this particular tool is utilized over here inside the tool calling LLM. Okay, so LLM dot LLM with tool dot invoke. So LLM with tool we have defined over here. What is LLM with tool? It is binding the multiply tool with LLM. So we have defined a particular tool, and that tool has been utilized in order to perform a particular task. Previously, like we have written a different logic inside the node, but at this moment, this particular node is utilizing a tool in order to perform a task. Now, this node, what we have defined, tool calling LLM is nothing but a node that we have defined. Okay, and this tool calling LLM is going to utilize a tool in order to perform the task, and we have implemented it with the help of graph. Okay, tool calling LLM is implemented with the help of graph. Now, once a question is being asked, okay, then what it will do? It will go and check that particular tool. Is this particular call with respect to tool or not? If it is with respect to tool, LLM is smart enough in order to check either I need to use this particular tool to perform this operation or not. Okay, if it is with respect to that particular tool, then it will perform that operation. Okay, from there, or it will use its intelligence to perform that particular task now. Okay, so that's what we have seen, and we are able to have the implementation of it. Once we are calling say hello, so it is going to provide me the normal message, AI message. Once we are saying, the human message is appended over here. So say hello, and previously it was a little bit different. It was, if we are asking something, it is going to provide me the output. It is not giving me the human message or AI message, kind of stuff. And from where we are getting this particular thing? From the pretty print. And once we are asking a particular thing that is related to tool, so it is calling that particular tool in order to perform the operation. So just have a look. Human message is this one. Then AI message, it is a tool call, and it is a tool call multiplies the tool that is been utilized. This is the tool call ID, and we are able to get the output. So in short, what I want to say, tools are utilized in order to perform certain calculations. This is the simple example, and we embed it with the help of the graph. So we will be going to write down some complex, we will be going to create some complex tools, not complex tools with the complex calculations, what I want to say. So we will be going to creating certain tools with complex calculations, and we will be going to utilize that calculations inside our outcome, and we will try to embed or refine our output, or embed the tools output in tools, you can say intelligence in our output, which is given by say large language model. So we will club both of these two in order to solve our problems. So that is the stuff what I want to cover in today's session. Although like this messages wala piece has created a problem, but that is fine. If you like you are writing a code, then you need to you need to be ready to face such type of issues, and this is good, like we are facing the challenges issues and we are able to sort it out. Okay, so that's what I was trying to cover. And in the next session we will be going to start our journey with the creation of these particular simple tool, and will move towards the a little bit, you can say, advanced tools creation side. And then we will be trying to read certain CSVs and all, and then create tools on top of those particular CSVs, and then uh, do the analysis on that CSV and provide the output. That we will see in our upcoming sessions. So that's it for this particular session. If
I
you
just have
are
a small
having any
small query.
Mhm.
Just have a
Mhm.
small query here.
Yes.
Whatever we're getting in the output,
Mhm.
so that is not actually giving the results, right? To